Glenn Langohr, in your prison documentary, tell me about if the rehabilitation. Is there any rehabilitation in prison?
Unfortunately, there's not. I spent 10 years in prison on drug charges with 4 years in solitary confinement. I was in a riot with the blacks, and I was in a riot with the Mexicans over an out-of-control drug debt. I got away with 2 stabbings because a prison guard helped.
Wow.
And yeah, he pointed out a child molester, and he wanted the yard to be on lockdown, and he knew what that was going to entangle.
Yeah.
And so they get paid extra for hazard pay, and it's easier work when the yard's on lockdown.
Right.
But to the rehabilitation part, the very first time I went to jail was for marijuana.
Okay.
So something petty and mellow.
Right.
I was scared. The very first time I was in there, it was all about a race war could happen every day because the whites, Mexicans, blacks, and Asians all have to coexist together in a small area.
Right.
And it's really, there's a lot of tension. So there's where rehabilitation's out the window. You're just
Right.
trying to survive. So how are you going to learn a trade?
Right.
How are you going to deal with your addiction, maybe your mental issues? How are you going to deal with that? Well, it gets worse.
Okay.
When you get to prison, the prison administrators, before you're housed on a yard main line, they ask you questions. And the very first one is, what's your AKA? The second one is, are you a wood or are you a skinhead? Now that's for a white person like me.
Right.
So in my head, I'm thinking, do I have to have an AKA to be cool? Do I have to be part of the skinheads or the Peckerwoods or claim a gang to make it in here?
Yeah.
Now if you're Mexican, are you part of the cartel? Are you part of a gang, sureños, etc.? If you're black, are you a blood or are you a crip? They don't give you any chance to say, are you just a white man trying to survive and get by? So rehabilitation's out the window. It's fear-driven.
Right.
It's how do I survive?
Yeah.
And by locking up low-level drug offenders, we're breeding an addiction much harder to escape where it's violent. And gangs are what happens. People evolve into, I think I have to be a gang member. In this documentary, we're going to show Scott Chrisman, who was a drug addict who started in high school with Oxycontin.
Yeah.
And he graduated to heroin. Now his mom is like an Orange County housewife.
Okay.
Rich.
Yeah.
He's a pretty boy. He went in as a preppy boy.
Right.
A very smart person in school.
Right.
Well, eventually the system grinded him down. He became a gang member.
Wow.
Now he's a skinhead. We're going to have Judge Gray, who was a judge for 30 years in Santa Ana, who also supports what I do. I got blessed to turn it into being an author. I'm a best-selling author now. I have 10 books on Amazon in print, Kindle, and audiobook.
Nice.
Reviews and shares really help.
Okay.
I'm doing a documentary now and mentioned Judge Gray because he's also on my side. He's also written a book against the drug war.
Okay.
I'm blessed that I'm able to speak at Salvation Army, probation. I get to speak to kids this Tuesday on why not to go the gang life, why to ask for help and not go down the wrong paths. Because prison is the wrong path.
Right.
There's no rehabilitation. In Canada, I have people that have read my books that are saying they're scared they're going down the same path. Because another thing we're going to shine a light on is this 99% conviction ratio the DAs have equals no room for justice.
Right.
It means we have to get a conviction to keep our jobs and to try to become, political, maybe state attorney general, anything political. You can't be soft on crime.
Yeah.
So Canada's really afraid they're going down that path. At this point, they have like a 60% conviction ratio, but it's steadily going up because the same thing's happening over there. So this is a worldwide problem, and we're going to get to the root of it in this documentary. God bless you.
Great, thanks.